guys! So today I'm going to be showing y'all how Roxy and I made these bows for our Christmas presents. This is a normal bow and we just glued gun it to the present. So while you're cutting your ribbon and you know, getting everything prepared, you want to make sure that you start heating up your glue gun so it's ready for when you're gonna put the bow together. So I'm using this paper bag to put my glue gun on it because I don't want to damage my floor. So I'm actually doing this on the floor by the Christmas tree. But if you're doing it on a table, you also don't want your table to get messed up. So you can do that. You can use one of these just to hold that on there. So obviously you're gonna need a pack of glue sticks. So I bought these. These have 20. That's more than enough. You're gonna need a pair of scissors, and of course you're gonna need your ribbon, whichever you prefer. Roxy and I had a bigger ribbon than this, but when I went back to buy more, they had this smaller one, which I kind of like because the bows are going to be a bit smaller. This is the difference in the bows. This is the one I had bought before, and this is the one that I have now. It's not that much of a difference, but I think it's going to be a cuter bow because it's smaller. So I'm measuring this for y'all. I basically, you know, I measured one of them, and then I just keep cutting from that same one. It's about 17 inches. And this is not the actual bow. This is actually for the bottom of the bow. As you can tell, this basically what we do is we just like fold this in half, and we just cut in half is for one side and the other half is for the other. So for the actual bow, which is this entire piece up here, you're gonna do double what we did for this piece. So for the actual bow, you're gonna use 34 inches. So let's get started. I have already cut a few pieces, as you can see here, but these are all just the bottom of the bow. By the way, sorry about my nails. I was a little stressed out last time and so I was picking at them and I didn't get them ready for y'all. This is an example of the top part of the bow. So this is how it's gonna look. This is all that one piece, which is 34 inches, and then what we have to do is cut this in half and then just, you know, put the bottom piece on it. So I just wanted to show y'all that. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this for y'all so that y'all can see, and then I'm going to start on the new bows. So like I said, you just want to, you know, fold it in half. This ribbon has wire, so it's pretty easy because as soon as you know, do anything with it, it just sticks. So it's pretty cool. I just like the one that has the wire edges because anywhere you move the bow and, like, you know, the way you want it to sit on your present, it's just going to look cuter. So I recommend that, and it looks really nice. These are the bottom pieces. Now we're just going to glue them to the back of the actual bow. So you want to make sure, since you're obviously looking at the back of the bow, you want to make sure that you're, you know, when you're putting this end on it, you want to make sure that you can't see the glitter. You can only see the back of the ribbon. And what you want to do is on the top is you just want to kind of like, you know, push it all in together and kind of like do something like this. So in front of the bow, you can kind of like have this like little shape up here. So then you want to just grab it. And every time I put it on the bow, I make sure that it's kind of slanted to the side. So this one on the left is slanted to that side. The one on the right is going to be slanted to the other side. All right, so you're going to do the same for the other one. I don't really have a method of how I do this. I just want to make sure that I just kind of fold it in like this so that it can kind of like give it a little shape. If I don't like it, I just redo it over again. Kind of just want to make waves on it just so that it's cute like that. While it's drying, I usually like to kind of fix the bow and kind of figure out how it's gonna look on the present. And I also try to shape out the bottom. Roxy and I just went with this type, but you can also do the like V type. No, it's like, I don't know what it's called, but it's a V type. You know, I'm not really good at this, but that's what I'm gonna do right now while this dries. Once this is dry and you've already, you know, shaped your bow, you can go ahead and put it on your present as well. So right now I'm just cutting the bottom of it, and I just don't really, you know, I'm just winging it, making it look pretty. When I'm doing the second one, I just kind of try to get the same like length on it because you don't want one to be shorter than the other. Alright, so this is what the finished product looks like. It's going to look a little funky from the back, but since Roxy and I are gluing them to the presents, we don't really mind because no one's ever going to see the back of them. The reason why we decided to do them this way, because obviously there's a lot of different videos out here on YouTube, is because one, is a little bit easier, and two, you're using less ribbon because the other videos, like, you have to use like yards of ribbon to just make a bow. So this is why we came up with this method. Now I'm going to show y'all how to do it with this gold ribbon. So let's get started. Alright guys, so I went ahead and cut this a little bit shorter as well as the legs because the measurements that I had were actually for the big bows. But I still wanted to show that in the video because if y'all do have, you know, the big ribbon, y'all can still use the measurements, which is 17 and 34. But if y'all have a smaller ribbon, obviously, if you want it to be like, you know, the bow a little bit smaller, I'm using 15 for the legs and 24 for the actual bow. So I'm going to put the legs aside for now. We'll cut them later. Alright, so what you want to do when you get this is you want to face it down. So it's face down. Now you want to cut this in three. Well, not cut it. You're not literally going to cut it, but you're going to fold it into threes. So basically what you do is you just grab it like this and you just make sure that it's all the same length. So if you have to move it around, you can move it around, but it's kind of similar to the same length. So when you're done, you just want to press the sides, and this is why I like the wired ribbon because it stays into place. So this is what it looks like. You have the three pieces on here, and when you open it, there's actual like creases on there, so that's kind of like, you know, kind of guiding you. Now what you're going to do is you're going to fold the bows in. So you're going to get this end and fold it to that first crease right here, and then you're going to go to this middle crease and you want to fold it in to this crease. Alright, so when you're on this step, you want to make sure that you get your glue gun out and you want to you know, glue gun this together. First I'm going to glue gun the middle, or the first ear, I should say. I don't know what it's called, you know, I'm not a professional in bows. So you want to make sure you glue gun it here, and remember it's being glue gun to that little edge that we had. And then the next one, you're going to bring it in and you're going to glue it down here as well. So this is what it looks like, and you'll get the same you know, size and loops if you do this because you're obviously cutting in half. So then what you're going to do with this is actually going to be the middle of the bow. Let me show you an example. It's going to actually be this area. So what you want to do is you want to take this part and you kind of want to loop it around the middle while you're also cinching it in the middle. So it doesn't matter how much you tug at your bow, it's fine. Obviously if you have a glittery one like, you know, I do, it's going to be a lot of glitter on the floor, but that's totally fine. You just want to keep wrapping it until you don't have any left. And what I like to do is while I'm wrapping it, I kind of like to be, you know, be like fixing the ears, because you don't want to take too much from one side and then one ear is going to be smaller than the other. You just want to wrap it. Alright, so then it ends here, so you want to glue gun this to the back of the bow. Now remember that the glue gun is hot, so just be careful as you're doing your bows. The glue gun does get a little warmer as well. And you also want to make sure that, you know, the glue gun leaves like little pieces of glue, and it kind of looks like a little stringy. I don't know what that's called, the actual terminology of it, but just make sure you take it off so it doesn't look weird. Alright, so this is what the actual bow looks like. Now we're going to work on the legs. So like I said before, all you want to do is you just want to, you know, cut it in half, and then one is going to be for one and the other is going to be for the other. Now, if you do want to, you know, shape the bottom of your legs right now, you can, but I just like to do them when I have them already made because I can kind of just, you know, tell how much I want to cut off. So, but if you do want to do them now, you can. So like I showed y'all before, I just kind of like to, you know, just bring them in, cinch them in the top, and then just glue gun them to the actual bow, like so. So now you just want to cut the bottom so it's at the shape that you want. Alright, so I'm going to work on a black one so that I can show y'all the difference and what it looks like from the small into the big one. But I'm going to obviously, you know, do a fast motion because y'all already know the techniques. So let's get started on that. Alright guys, so this is what the finished product looks like. These are this is the smaller one. I haven't really fixed it yet because I just finished it. And this is a bigger one. I personally like both of them because they're just too cute. I really wish I still had the big ones because I kind of got used to the big ones, and I think it kind of looks cute even though the present's small. It still looks cute even if it's big. But they're still both cute. So yeah, this is what they look like. I hope y'all enjoyed this, and like I said, Roxy and I just did them a little different. They're a little easier than the other ones, I should say, and you waste less ribbon. So if y'all don't want to do like the legs, of the bow, what y'all can do, what Roxy and I did since this present was really, really tiny. We didn't want to do an actual bow. So what we did is we just wrapped the gift with the same bow. So we just wrapped it all the way around, and we just had to do the top part of the bow. So that's what we pasted on here. We just glue gun it to this. I think this looks really good. Like I said, you use less ribbon because when you do wrap gifts with what is this called? With the ribbon, you waste a lot because you have to wrap it around. You do a twist and then you wrap it back up here. Then you do the bow up here. So this is wasting less ribbon. So this is also a good way to do the ribbon, do that to the gift. And where the two ribbons meet, that's where you're actually going to put the bow, so that you don't, you can't tell like the difference, or like it's like seamless all the way around. Alright guys, so I hope y'all enjoyed this. If y'all do end up making them, let me know in the comments, or also send it to me through Instagram or anything. My Instagram and everything is in the description bar. So just let me know if you do these. Alright guys, so this is the finished product of the bows. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I hope y'all make them. If y'all do, tag me on Instagram and tell me down in the comments below. I really wanted to make something where it was like, affordable for y'all, but your presents look cute. So I hope y'all enjoyed this. I know Roxy and I are really loving the way our presents look. Now on to the fun part, which is the giveaway. So the rules are pretty easy to follow. Basically, you have to be subscribed to all of us. But there is a link down below where you can actually do it automatically. And it's pretty, I like the website because it's pretty legit. And it actually picks out the winner as well for us. So, there's not going to be any cheating or anything done. So, yes, that's gonna be it for the rules. Like I said, it's going to be down below the link for that. Now on to my giveaway prices. Alright, so this is the first prize that I'm giving. I randomly found this candle, which I love because M&M's, who doesn't like M&M's? And this is actually a vanilla scent. Vanilla to me kind of reminds me of like Christmas because it just smells like desserts. And I just thought it was so cute because it was like M&M's. So yeah, that's going to be the first prize that I'm giving. So I picked this up a while ago. I actually bought myself some as well, and for a future giveaway. So this is what I wanted to give y'all because it's a really, really good palette. I use it pretty often. So I'm giving y'all this, and this is what it looks like. I'm sure y'all know what it looks like. So now I'm going to include the gifts from each of the girls. They're going to be right after this clip. But thank you so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. I hope y'all subscribe and like this video as well if y'all enjoyed this easy DIY Christmas bows, or just bows in general. I will see y'all in my next video. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe to the ladies because they are amazing. I will see you on my next video. Live your life beautiful. Bye.